Okay, back with another Scratch tutorial. After our previous tutorials, I am going to show you how to make a retro maze game. Well, you've probably seen games like this online, and in all honesty, it is fairly easy to create your very own. As you can see, the game will look like this. And when you navigate the little blue square to the end of the maze, which is this red area, it says you win, and I am presented with a slightly more challenging maze. This is my second level. However, when you touch the black sides, it says game over. Now, how did I create this game? Very easy. Start off by creating a new project. Click on File, New. You will name this project. So let's go ahead and name our project. Let's name this Maze 001. And I obviously don't need this sprite, so go ahead and delete the sprite. And let's start with our first backdrop. Now, once you've clicked on stage, you need to make sure that you go to backdrops and that you create 2 different backdrops. You can create as many as you want. Each backdrop will be a different level. So let's start with the first level. This time around I'm going to create a red overall color, and I am going to go with green for my maze. So let's create a rectangle. Good. And another rectangle. A slightly smaller rectangle. And a big ending. Okay, blue will be my finish line. So let's go ahead and add a blue endpoint. So the goal is to get from the start through the maze to the blue end. As soon as this blue end is reached, I will duplicate my backdrop. I will have a slightly more challenging one. So let's choose the same color as my background, and let's adjust our maze and make it more challenging by adding rectangles. I think this will make a great level 2. We can obviously continue and duplicate this, creating a third, fourth, and so on. Now for the coding. First of all, we will need a sprite. So let's go and paint a new sprite. This sprite will be my little square. So let's zoom in. And let's have a bright pink colored character. There we go. This is a perfect character. And we can move this to our starting position. Very important. Once you've selected a starting position, you also see the X and Y values. In this case, minus 200 for the X and minus 56 for the Y value. This will be important because the first thing we will code is our reset. Go ahead and do that now. Events, when the green flag is clicked, first of all, the look will have to change. We switch to costume 1 to make sure that we have costume 1. We switch to backdrop 1 because this will be our first level. So switch to backdrop 1. Let's test that. Okay, correct. And we also want to move to the starting position, which is minus 200 for the X value. So let's go ahead and go to motion, go to X minus 200 and Y minus 57. Let's test this. Let's imagine I'm here. I click the green flag and my game has been reset. Perfect. I can now add a second event. This event is when the sprite is clicked. When the sprite is clicked, it will have to start following my cursor so that I can navigate it through this maze. So when this sprite is clicked, motion. First of all, go to the mouse pointer. And very important, we will do this forever. So let's test this. Click on the sprite. and it follows my mouse pointer. Perfect. Okay, stop. Let's reset. We now want to add some extra code. First of all, the code that says game over when I touch the red, and the code that says you win when I touch the blue. So we need an if-then statement. So if-then. If I sense the color red, I will say, say game over for about 2 seconds. After that, I will stop all scripts. I will stop all code. So you can go to Control, stop all. However, if I touch the color blue, which is this shade of blue, then I will say, so let's go back to looks, I will say you win for about 2 seconds. You win for 2 seconds and immediately change the backdrop. Switch to backdrop 2. Now what this does is it makes sure that the backdrop switches to the second level. However, your sprite, the pink one, is still in the wrong location. So we need to return the sprite back to the starting position. Let's put all this within the forever statement. Very important, once you've placed this code within your forever statement, you will see that if it touches the blue color, it says you win for 2 seconds, switches to the second backdrop, it goes back to the starting position, and it also needs to stop running the script, otherwise it'll automatically jump to your mouse pointer before you've clicked on it. So let's go to Control and make sure that we stop this script. Now, to test our code and our program, when I click on the pink sprite, it follows my cursor. When I touch the red, game over and all scripts stop. Let's click on the green flag again. I click on my pink sprite, it follows my cursor. Now let's try and successfully navigate this maze and get to the end point, which is the blue. As soon as I touch the blue, it says you win. It jumps to the second backdrop, and my sprite has gone back to its starting position. When I click it now, I can go ahead and try and navigate the second level. I hope this video was helpful and that you've learned something. If you haven't done so yet, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe below, and I will see you again in our next video. Thank you for watching.